everybody, welcome back to our HTML and CSS tutorial. In the previous episode, we have discussed lists in HTML, and in this episode, we are going to learn how to add a video into a website. There are two methods of adding a video inside a website. The first method is called self-hosted method, and the second method is called embedded method. In self-hosted method, you need to have the video file stored somewhere locally inside your computer so that you can grab that file and insert it inside your website. And the second method is called embedded method. In embedded method, you will have the videos stored on an external site such as YouTube or any other content delivery network. Then you will grab the iframe code of those videos and then insert it into your website code. And every time your website is loading, it will tell your website to go into that site and grab that video and load it into your website. Alright, let's start with the self-hosted method. And as I've mentioned earlier, in self-hosted method, we need to have the video file stored somewhere inside our computer. And in my case, I have stored the video inside the same folder as my website files. As you can see, this is my video file ep1, and these are my website files, index.html and style.css. I know some of you might be wondering, why did I always recommend to have our file in the same directory as our website files like this? Because this is how I do it when we are inserting an image inside our website. Don't worry, the only reason I'm doing it this way is that I'm trying to make this series as beginner friendly as possible. But don't worry, even in this series, as we progress, I will teach you how to add a video file or image or any other file from different directories inside your computer. But for now, let's stick with this method because it is much more easy to follow. Alright, now let's go back inside our text editor and start writing the code to add our video inside the website. And let's start by creating a container like this. Let's start with a div container like this, and let's give this div a class. Let's call the class a container like this, and let's come down and create an h1 tag like this, and let's add the title my video like this, and let's come down and create our video tag like this. And for the source of our video, if you will remember, just like we did with our image, let me show you how you can grab the source of your video file. You'll just come to your video file, right click on it, and go to properties. As you can see, this is the name of my video file, ep1. And just like we did with our image, you need to check the extension of your video file. My extension is .mp4, just like you can see it right here. Some of you might be having a video of mkv. You need to check the extension of your file. Is it .mp4 or .mkv or any other extension that you might have? But you just need to make sure that you put the right extension when adding your video file. If not, it's not going to work. Since mine is .mp4 and the name of my video is ep1, let me just go back into my text editor and add it. Inside my source, I'll write ep1 like this .mp4, and I just need to give this a class. Let's give it a class like this, and let's call the class episode 1. Since that is what I mean with ep1, let's call it episode 1 like this. And I just need to add an alternative text for my video. What I mean is that if for some reason my video is not going to be loaded inside our browser, it will tell my visitors, that is the person who is visiting my site, that your browser does not support the video tag like this. And let's save it, go back inside our browser and refresh, As you can see, this is my video file, but the size of the video is very big. So let's go back into our CSS and rescale it. Let's enter our CSS file like this, and let's start with styling the video container. That is the container we have created. Container like this, and let's give it a width of, let's say, 45%, and let's give it a margin left. I'm just trying to make the container be in the middle of our browser. Margin left of auto and margin right of auto as well, like this. And let's come down and style the episode 1. That is our video. Let's episode 1 like this, and let's give our video a height of 315 pixel like this, 315 pixel, and a width of, let's say, 560 pixel like this. And let's save it, go back inside our browser and refresh. As you can see, now the size of our video is normal. But if you would realize, there is no any control and our video is not playing, and the reason is that I did not added the control attribute of our video. Let's go back into our index.html file, and inside here I'll just come here and write controls like this. If I'm to save it, go back inside our browser like this and refresh. As you can see, we have controls of our video. We can mute the video, and we can play it like this, and we can fast forward like this. And let me just go and show you some couple more controls we can add it to our video. And we can just, let's see, muted. Let's add the muted attribute like this and save it. Go back inside our browser and refresh. As you can see, our video is automatically muted. Every time we refresh, it will be muted unless we unmute it. That is the muted attribute. And let's go and give the last example of the attribute we are going to be given in this episode today. And let's add the autoplay attribute like this. Let's save it, go back inside our browser and refresh. As you can see, because I added the autoplay attribute, every time I refresh, my video will just start playing automatically. That is the effect of the autoplay attribute. Alright, and now let me show you how you can add an embedded video inside your website. Let's start by creating a h2 like this, and let's give a text of my embedded video like this. And let's come down. To add an embedded video, as I've mentioned earlier, you just need to have the video in a website such as YouTube or any other content delivery site. But today, let's use YouTube as an example. As you can see now, this is one of the videos in my YouTube channel, and let's assume I want to add this video inside our website. I'll just come and click on share like this, and I'll go to embed, and from here I can just copy the iframe code. This is the iframe code. I'll just click on copy like this. I have copied this iframe code, and then I will go back inside my text editor like this, and I will paste this iframe code right here like this, and let me save it. And if I'm to go back inside my browser and refresh, as you can see, my embedded video is now added inside my website. And I just want you to know that both the self-hosted method and the embedded method has their own advantages and disadvantages. And let's assume in the case of the self-hosted method, when you are self-hosting your own video, you just need to know that the video will consume much space rather than when you are just embedding the video. And consuming much space will mean it will cost you more when hosting your website, because hosting companies consider the size of your website files when pricing your website during hosting. And for the advantage is that you will have more control over your video rather than when you embed it. And for the embedded method, the disadvantage is that you don't have as much control as you have over your video when you have self-hosted it. But for the advantage is that it won't consume much space in your website. That is because since you're not even having the real video inside your website, you just grab the iframe code of that video and added it inside your website. So the video is not going to consume a lot of space. And I don't know, it's all up to you to choose which one of these two suits you better. So let's assume you are hosting your own website. Which one of these two methods are you going to adopt? Just let me know in the comment section. And this will be the end of today's lesson. I hope to see you in the next one. If you are new to our channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on notification so that you won't miss out the next episode.